Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be building a farmhouse in The Sims 4. I've named this Grandma and Grandpa's farm. Right now I'm just working on the floor plan. I did play around with that a little bit before I actually started recording, just to get a good game plan, but I don't have everything finalized at this point. That's how I'm able to just lay it out like that though. The downstairs is going to have a half bath, a kitchen, dining room, and living room, and that little bump out there in the front is a sunroom. And then the upstairs has 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths. You could definitely make one of those rooms into an office or a skill building room. That's kind of what one of them is too, but yeah. I kind of saw it as a grandma and grandpa that have lived out on this farm, and now they just can't wait for their kids and grandkids to come visit, so they've left the guest bedrooms because they probably come visit a lot. One of the rooms has a lot of kids' toys in it. The other one is a little more plain with just a desk that maybe they do their taxes on. I don't know. I did end up buying the country kitchen kit. Say that 10 times fast. For this build, pretty much. I thought it would look really cute and I kind of wanted it. I'd been putting it off. I think that'll probably be the only kit that I buy though. The other ones just don't really interest me very much. They've had so many glitches with the vacuuming one that I just don't really trust it. I kind of like the idea of having it in my game, but I just don't trust it with how it's been treating the game recently. So I think it's better to just not have it. Are there any other packs that you guys feel that way about? I feel that way about Eco Lifestyle too. I really like the pack. I think it's a great idea. I just wish it was easier to turn the gameplay off. I'm sure there's mods or something that you can do, and I know that you can go into the menu and kind of turn off some of the neighborhood action stuff, but it's just not. It's so annoying when you're just trying to play a normal family and you're not concerned about, I don't know. It can be very annoying when your bills go up and you're playing a legacy challenge and that's not how you wanted to play your game. Glad I finally got that roof figured out. Sometimes it's really easy and sometimes it is so hard to get a roof together, and that was one of them. I didn't make you guys sit through all of my pain watching that roof, but I did want to leave in some of it so you could kind of see how I kind of planned it out. Now I'm in the kitchen working on with my new stuff there. Those cabinets are super cute, but those green swatches are so close to the same color, and the only way you can tell, well, there may be another way, but is by the little curtains that hang up on some of the pieces. So I do end up going back and forth and changing some of them. I really like the cabinets as well, like the overhead cabinets. They're super cute. The cast iron hanging down and the little chicken there on the end. I think that's a chicken. That's what it looked like to me. I just had to have that there, so I had to move some stuff around to make that work. I love adding an island in there. I did end up using the really small end pieces to make it kind of fit, because every other piece that I used just made it too big. So I just used those smaller end pieces, and I kind of close in that little gap there just to take up some of the space. I didn't want that big open area. I do end up moving that milk jug over on top of the refrigerator later. And a funny little thing I did, not realizing it, I put chickens on top of the cabinets, like on the upper cabinets, to, because some people will decorate up there, and I thought that looked really cute. But I forgot I was just on the regular floor or wall height, and when I went upstairs, they're just sticking out of the floor in the bedroom. So did get rid of those chickens so we wouldn't have that happening. It's a little interesting looking. I do end up leaving all the walls white, pretending that's sort of shiplap inspired. That's all the rage right now, but Grandma and Grandpa had it before. It was cool. I love using those chairs and all the different swatches just to kind of make a cool, colorful area without it being too crazy looking. And here I'm adding the fireplace upstairs as well, just for continuity. Sometimes it bothers me, sometimes it doesn't. Today it was really bothering me, to the point where I cut it out so you wouldn't have to watch me move it around a lot, but it wasn't lining up perfectly. So I definitely went back and moved that over to the left just a little bit, but I didn't add that in the video because it's not necessary. You probably wouldn't have even noticed it if you downloaded the house, but I noticed it, so it bothered me. I don't use that couch very often. It just has some really strange swatches, but I thought it looked good in Grandma and Grandpa's house. I like all the pillows on it. I think that's a really pretty touch. I had a little seating area back there in the back. Maybe that's where Granny does all her knitting. And I do make a custom couch here in just a second with some shrunken down other pieces to make it look like there's pillows on it. And I just use the colors from the other couch as inspiration. Yeah, if you just shrink down that chair and kind of pop it in the middle, you can still use it, but it looks like little pillows on the couch. Thought that was kind of cute. I gotta decorate above the fireplace. I was gonna add a TV, but I decided that there was so much land out here. Grandma and Grandpa said there's no need for a TV. They don't even have one in their house. They just read books and talk and work outside. And I'm sorry I left that little bar up there from adding my cheat codes in. That drives me nuts, but I will remember here in just a second and get rid of it. I love how when you're trying to decorate another area, you see 30 other things that you want to put in a room. I made sure to go and put them in the kitchen before I forgot about them again, because I'm really bad about that. I made a little custom thing right there. It really isn't much. It's just a little basket from Jungle Adventures that I shrunk down, but I thought it was kind of cute. I love that bunny too. I probably wouldn't have one in my house, but I think it's so cute to add into little houses. Now we're going to work out in the sunroom a little bit. Definitely wish that we had windows that kind of look like they had screens on them, so you could get that screened in porch kind of feel, but I think this is pretty good too. It's not too bad. I do go back to the sunroom and add a few other things in a little bit. Had to fill in this space a little bit with a little seating area in the corner there. And I love that lamp just kind of hanging over to give you a little extra light. Add a little bookcase so they could have something to do downstairs other than sit and watch the fire. Which, wouldn't that be nice if that's the only thing you had to do all day, was just sit and watch the fire? I'm so ready for retirement. I'm nowhere near the age, but I'm ready for it. And here's where I decided that Granny was gonna knit, so I started adding in some knitting stuff. I don't use that little milk jug and bench kind of thing set up very much, but it is one of, I won't say my favorite, but it's a really interesting piece in the game, and it's really pretty, but it's just kind of an awkward piece to use, but it worked perfectly in Grandma and Grandpa's house. And I added that shelf over the archway there just to kind of give it some more detail. I thought it looked kind of cool. Working on the half bath now. I wanted to use that old-timey looking sink, but I just didn't think it looked good in there for me. And I put a washing machine down here. I didn't put a dryer. I thought you could maybe add a clothesline outside, which is something I meant to do, and I just realized I didn't do that. So that was my game plan. I may go back in and add that before I put it on the gallery though, just so you guys don't have to worry about it. Little broom and dustpan, medicine cabinet, and just some extra laundry to make it look more realistic. Gotta have some privacy in that bathroom. And I wanted to go back and add in some different kind of lights to make it look more realistic. Some old-timey looking, farmhouse looking lights. A little more decoration in the dining area. Not too much. I didn't want it to look really cluttery or anything, which is very hard for me. I like clutter. So I think I did okay though. I think I did pretty good. I couldn't decide what I wanted to do with that little room over to the right. So what I end up doing is just making it another room that connects to the grandparents' room. Maybe they used to have an extra bedroom upstairs and they just decided that they would just take that space over for them because they're the only ones living there anyway. I didn't do a whole lot in the hallway either. Left it pretty open. I didn't want a whole lot of stuff cluttering it up. And now I'm working on the grandparents' room. I love that four poster bed. It's really pretty, and it has really pretty swatches with it too. I think all that's in Cats and Dogs, including the curtain I used back there. I could be wrong though. And it's so dark in that corner there. I'm sorry about that, but I do end up adding a little lamp, and I put some of these old looking photos and made a little picture collage for them. Maybe that was some of their old family photos from long ago that they found. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool to give your Sims a backstory while you're building. It helps you get things more personalized. Working on their bathroom now. I kept it pretty simple up here too. I didn't want to do anything too detailed. I really like that tile floor that came with that country kitchen kit. Again, say that 2 times fast. I like that tile a lot. I think it's really pretty. The different colors really give it a lot of detail without making it too busy. Gotta have a little privacy as well. Don't want the neighbors seeing your business. I did remember to put a laundry basket in this bathroom, but I think it's the only one I put in the house. So I'll probably need to go back and add that as well, because I kind of forgot about it. I forget that I put laundry in houses, and then you start playing and they just start throwing their clothes everywhere. Kind of annoying, so I'll go back and add that before I add it to the gallery as well. I love those pictures from Strangerville. I don't use them very often at all, but when I remember them, they look super cute in like houses like this, or if you're building in Strangerville, obviously. They've got really pretty colors in them. Strangerville is one of those packs that it's absolutely beautiful, but I've only used the gameplay once. Once you play through it, you're kind of done with the gameplay, but it's got one of my favorite lots in the game, and the place is beautiful. It's a good pack, I think. Not for the gameplay necessarily, but for the stuff that's in it and the place that you can live. I wanted to make this bathroom pink after I saw that the tiles came in pink, so that's what we did. We went super pink and super country. Got that gingham looking wallpaper up there on the top, and the beadboard on the bottom. I love that look. I just love this bathroom. I could definitely decorate my bathroom like that and be very happy. Don't know if my husband would like it very much, but I think he'd get over it. Now we're working on the other bedroom here. This is the one I make look like a kid's room. I didn't clutter it up too much, but I played around with some blarfies over in the corner, making it look like a bunch of stuffed animals. A toy chest. I think that's it though as far as toys. Oh no, and the little doctor set over there. I just shrunk down some of the other little blarfy things, and I thought those looked really cute, just kind of piled in the corner. Oh, and I put a lump of clay, obviously. That's one of my Sims' favorite things to do, is play with those clay things, so I thought that would be kind of a cute addition, give them something to do. And just gotta slap down a little rug right there, and that's all done. And this is where I decided that they just kind of took over one of the other bedrooms. I thought it would just make sense. They took the other door down that went out to the hallway, just put an archway up in their room, and made it a little study area. Put a couple of chairs in here to sit and read, and maybe they play chess at night before they go to bed. Isn't that cute? That's so cute now that I think about it. Grandma and Grandpa just sit down and play chess right before bed. That would make me tired. I can definitely tell you that. Now I'm adding a little bit of clutter to the the area over here, some lotion and such. Maybe that's what Granny moisturizes before bed. I also decided that Granny liked to grow flowers. You'll see that later on when I start putting out a garden area. But I wanted to put the flower arranging table somewhere where we could get to it easier. And I did include the pathing for this part. I do cut out the others because I do this kind of stone path in a few spots in this build. But I see people do this all the time and I think, wow, that looks really good, but I don't want to put the time and effort into it. But I did for this and it's so worth it. It looks so cute. It really does take a long time to do if you're pathing a lot, but I think it's worth it. Now that I've done it a couple times, I'm probably going to be doing that more often. Now I'm just using some of the debug stuff. I'm not sure what pack these come in, but they are in the debug menu, and the fencing is as well, and it just looks like little lettuce and cabbage, maybe, I don't know. I don't know, it's really cute, but they don't actually have to tend to it. It just kind of sits there and looks pretty, which is great for gameplay purposes. Because if you had that much stuff for them to actually grow, they would probably die from exhaustion, because there's no way. And I do just use the debug plants for the landscaping as well. For this part of it at least. It's just so much easier to be able to grab that. I did add another little section back there. It looks like it's probably just tall grass, but it kind of looked like wheat to me, so I just threw that back there as well. And now I'm building out the other path to get to the farm area, the garden area. But I don't include all of me setting those stones down. But you can see them back there. There was a lot. And I had a few cars sitting over there. I couldn't decide which color I wanted. I decided for the orange and got rid of the rest. I added some debug flowers and some debug flamingos. And I'm adding in some gnomes. I forget about the little garden gnomes, but they're so cute. And that one there is riding on a flamingo, so he was perfect. Those are all debug trees, I believe, that I used. Now we're working on Granny's little garden area. I thought maybe this is where she grows her flowers. And I put a bee box up in the front so the bees can pollinate, help the flowers grow. And I was gonna start the little flower garden over there, but I ended up just putting up some more wildflowers to wrap around the house. And I start my more formal flower area right here. A lot of people don't use these things from the garden pack, but y'all, they're really pretty. They are some of the prettiest flowers in the game. Don't be sleeping on these things. They are so pretty. Those hollyhocks, the ones that look like cones, I don't remember what they're called. They're kind of weird looking. They work in this just because it's so kind of crowded. And those big tall ones back there, you can shrink them down, make them look different. Y'all, they're so pretty. You need to use them if you have them in your game. Now the big bushes and stuff with the flowers on them, I don't use those very much, but those little guys are really cute. And now I'm actually building an above ground pool. I don't know if they're popular where you guys are from, but they are down here. A lot of people can't afford an in-ground, or they just literally can't put an in-ground pool in their lot, but you can have an above ground in a lot of different places, so that's what I decided Granny and Grandpa went with. Although their lot is perfect for an in-ground pool, they didn't want one. They wanted an above ground for my build purposes. I thought it turned out really cute though. I did kind of wish that there was like a metal siding or metal foundation, but I don't know. I thought the wood looked pretty cute too, and just have a small little porch with the place to sit. And I put the little gnome that looks like he's got little sensor blocker around him. I thought that was really cute to put out by the pool. And now I'm just finishing up with a couple rocking chairs, because you can't have a farmhouse without rocking chairs on it. Look, Granny's sitting there rocking right now. I hope you guys like this build. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and you subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. Leave me a comment down in below. Let me know what you think of the build. Let me know if you want to see anything else, anything specific that you'd like to see me build. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.